What's up, guys? This is Chris from DraftDashboard.com. Here are my DFS picks for NFL Week 17. Top DFS picks. These picks apply for DraftKings and FanDuel. Before I get started, please drop a like on this video and hit that red subscribe button and hit that bell icon so you don't miss our new videos. In this video, I'm going to give you my top DFS picks for today's Sunday football slate. And if you stay to the very end after all my picks and after I show you the Draft Dashboard tools, I'll give you my super secret sleeper pick that no one's talking about. Okay, let's take a look at the quarterback position. My top DFS pick at quarterback is Jameis Winston from the Tampa Bay Bucks playing the Atlanta Falcons, who have the fourth worst defense overall, and they give up the third most fantasy points to opposing quarterbacks. Jameis Winston has scored 25 and 20 fantasy points in his last 3 games, averaging 19.4 fantasy points per game on the season. He gets almost 5 rush attempts per game. Jameis Winston is $6,100 DraftKings salary. He's $1,500 more on FanDuel. This will give you some salary relief instead of playing those top price quarterbacks. And I think you can get similar production from Jameis Winston here in Week 17 versus a really bad Atlanta Falcons defense. The Tampa Bay Bucks are the #1 passing offense. Jameis Winston wants to keep his job. They're in a great spot to throw the ball this week. Look for a big game at a reasonable price from Jameis Winston here in Week 17. Real quick, guys, I got great news. For a limited time, we're offering a full 30-day trial to Draft Dashboard. You can try all of our DFS tools for all sports. You can try the Position Optimizer, where you can see the top players ranked for each position. And we added a new Player Trends tool, where you can see the top salary differences between FanDuel and DraftKings. It's a really good tool to help you pick out value for the site that you're playing on. And then you can see the top point production, target monsters, rushing monsters, and the recent performance, so you can see who's overperforming and maybe due to crash, and you can see who's underperforming and maybe due to smash. Okay, moving on to the running back position. My top DFS running back for Week 17 is Melvin Gordon from the LA Chargers playing the Denver Broncos, who have a middle-of-the-pack defense overall, and they're also middle-of-the-pack defending opposing running backs. Melvin Gordon scored 14 fantasy points his last game back from injury, averaging 25.3 fantasy points per game on the season. He gets 5.7 pass targets per game and 15 rushes per game, averaging over 20 touches per game. Melvin Gordon is $8,400 DraftKings salary. He's $300 less on FanDuel. I really like that FanDuel price. Projected at 17.6 fantasy points here in Week 17. I think Melvin Gordon is one of the best plays here in a game that the Chargers need to win. You're going to get 4 quarters from a healthy back. I like Melvin Gordon here versus the Denver Broncos. Before I continue with the picks, I'm excited today because we added a new contest for everyone watching. If you want to enter the drawing for $100 PayPal, all you need to do is like this video, hit that subscribe button, and make a quick comment below to be entered into the drawing. We'll reply to a random comment and let you know that you won, and then we'll send you $100 PayPal. So it's that easy, and we pick a new winner every Saturday and announce them in our video. So get your comment in now so I can add another entry for you. Okay, let's see who we have at the wide receiver position. My top DFS wide receiver for Week 17 is Juju SmithSchuster from the Pittsburgh Steelers playing the Cincinnati Bengals, who have the absolute worst defense overall, and they give up the 9th most fantasy points to opposing wide receivers. Juju SmithSchuster has scored 25, 8, and 36 fantasy points in his last 3 games, averaging 20.5 fantasy points per game on the season. He gets an average of 10.4 targets per game. He got 15 targets last game. Juju SmithSchuster is $8,300 DraftKings salary. He's $400 less on FanDuel. I love that FanDuel price. Projected at 17.3 fantasy points here in Week 17. So it looks like Antonio Brown hasn't been practicing with a knee injury. This is really interesting and makes Juju SmithSchuster my top pick here at wide receiver by far. Okay, moving on to the tight end position. My top DFS pick at the tight end position is Travis Kelce from the Kansas City Chiefs playing the Oakland Raiders, who have the 3rd worst defense overall, and they give up the 2nd most fantasy points to opposing tight ends. Travis Kelce has scored 10, 13, and 21 fantasy points in the last 3 games, averaging 20 fantasy points per game on the season. He gets 9.4 targets per game, consistent production from Travis Kelce, who's $7,200 DraftKings salary. He's $500 more on FanDuel, projected at 18.4 fantasy points here in Week 17. The Kansas City Chiefs need to win this game. Patrick Mahomes is going for a touchdown record. If that happens, no doubt Travis Kelce will be a part of that. I love Travis Kelce here versus the Oakland Raiders. If you want to try all these daily fantasy tools for yourself, click the link in the description below this video or just go to draftdashboard.com. You can use our DFS lineup optimizer to build quality lineups using our picks and your own custom player pool. Click the link in the description below this video and try all these daily fantasy tools right now. Thanks so much for watching. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit that bell icon so you can get instant updates whenever we post a new video. You've unlocked the bonus content. My super secret sleeper pick for Week 17 is Doug Martin from the Oakland Raiders playing the Kansas City Chiefs, who are the second worst defense overall, and they give up the 3rd most fantasy points to opposing running backs. Doug Martin scored 22 fantasy points last week on 21 rush attempts. He's $4,400 DraftKings salary, $1,400 more on FanDuel. I love that DraftKings price, projected at 10.7 fantasy points here in Week 17. I think they give Doug Martin the chance to shine again after that great performance last week. It's going to be windy for this game, so the weather may play a part in Doug Martin having a bigger role in the offense. At $4,400 DraftKings salary, you got 20-point upside if he gets 20 touches like he did last week. I'm going to roll the dice with a little Doug Martin here in Week 17. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this video, please smiggity smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Oh, and please comment below with your favorite player for Week 17. I love to hear what you guys have to think. Thanks again, and good luck.